Yeah, that's me. I'm back, and I'm back on the bike, but that was just a test ride. And the reason why, well, let's just say there's a lack of vests out there. Let's talk about it. Hey, Rainbow here. Welcome to my channel. So after 2.5 months of kind of rehabilitating my shoulder after the accident, today's the first day that I actually took the motorcycle out. Now, I had no intention of getting on the motorcycle until I had a vest, but that seems to be the problem. I have settled in on the Alpine Stars Tech Air 7X. That's the one I decided to get. Had a good conversation with the Alpine Stars representative when I went out to Laguna Seca for Moto America a couple weeks ago. And after talking with him and going over the different options, I kind of figured I was going to end up with the Tech Air 7X. Now, for those who don't know, about 2.5 months ago, I wrecked, not the Multistrada, but I was test riding a Triumph, and I had a just totally oddball, beyond the low side. Ended up shattering my scapula, even though I had a back plate on. Don't ask me. And of course, it doesn't cover the whole thing. Broke 5 ribs, had a collapsed lung, ended up being in a hospital for a week with a chest tube in. And now I am doing really well, but my scapula is still broken. It is still broken. It was in like some pieces, a lot of cracks and shards coming off of it, but I'm getting better. So it's healing, it's just not healed. So I was a little apprehensive to get on the bike without a vest. Now, why did I choose the Alpine Stars Tech Air 7X? Well, that's a good question, and I'm going to talk about that. But I'm also going to talk about why I'm probably going to be selling my Dainese D-Air racing suit, my leathers that I take to the track. And that's because of the coverage on that is just not as good as it costs a lot to get it repacked if it goes off. And I have a suit that, I don't know, it maybe was worn a dozen times tops, never had any issues with it, brand new pucks for the knees and stuff. But I'm going to be getting rid of that because I don't trust it. So I'm more than likely going to go, actually I am going to be going to a Alpine Stars race suit that is compatible with this Tech Air 7X. So let's go over that stuff right now. Number one, after evaluating all of the different vests, I wanted something that I only had to buy one, okay? So if I have the Tech Air 7X, I can wear it under a racing suit and go to the track. I can also wear it and be on the road, long distance. It has the tailpiece that comes down. And here's the thing, I was really concerned about that tailpiece. And I was like, oh, what's gonna happen if I sit down? Because that does have an integrated back plate in it, which is another reason why I really like it, because that integrated back plate. I was like, oh, if that tailpiece sticks down, it's gonna push it up. But that's not the case. What actually happens is you can actually fold that tailpiece up out of the way if you don't need it. So if I'm on the Multistrada and I'm just doing some cross country or just riding around, I don't have to worry about it. I can actually tuck that tailpiece up if I choose to. The other thing is that you have 2 canisters in it. So you have 2 CO2 canisters that can blow. So if you have one and then you get back on the bike and then it goes again, you're set, and then you can reset the canisters as long as you buy new ones. I think they set up to 4 times before you have to send it back. With a lot of the other stuff, including like the D-Air, I got one shot with that, and if it goes off, it's over. I'm done, and it's going to cost well over $200 to get it repacked, and I have to take it or ship it, and that's going to be a problem. So with the Tech Air, one of the biggest factors really was that. Also, it was based off of a lot of the MotoGP stuff, and that's where you get a lot of FIM quality technology that goes into this thing. And the fact that you can control it from an app, that's fantastic. I love the fact that you can control it from an app. It looks good. It's going to be hot, especially in Florida. It's going to be really hot to wear it because it's not going to breathe. but the area of protection, and this is really the biggest thing for me, the area of protection on this thing is amazing. The way it wraps around the ribs, comes over the top, and it has everything you need. It has the back plate, like I said, that's integrated into it. The amount of coverage is like way more than my D-Air that I have with my Dionysi race suit. So I just feel like I'm gonna get much better coverage, and the fact that it's really adjustable with the app, that I can swap between riding styles, whether it's road racing, which when does that ever happen? Track days. There's a lot more to it, and let's talk a little bit more about this about this Alpine Stars Tech Air 7X. Now it does have two riding modes, and it's either race or street, okay? There's different ways to set it up, but it's either race or street. So I want to make sure I clarify that. The other thing is you only need 4 centimeters of space. So even if you don't use an Alpine Stars jacket, or you don't use an Alpine Stars race suit, it's compatible for those to integrate right in with it. However, if you don't, you can still wear other gear, and all you need is 4 centimeters of space, and it'll fit underneath there. So it's good for underneath a lot of different type of jackets. Just don't wear something that's too tight. As far as replacing the canisters, they're quick release. You can take them out and put them in again. Again, I think they give you 4 shots on it, but it's real quick for replacement. It's not like a whole process you have to go through when you repack it. Here's another thing, the battery life. It'll give you upwards of about 20 hours of ride time. So you know what, if you just want to wear it on a cross-country trip, you just basically I would charge it every night just to make sure, in case you had like a really long night and you had something where it didn't charge. I would literally just try to charge it every night, and you know you're going to get a minimum of 8+ easy, 10, 12, 14 hours, 16 if you're really crazy and you want to do a lot of miles in one day. But that's another one of the benefits, is that you could really get a lot of time out of it without worrying about it losing its battery power. Now with that, you're going to expect about a 4-hour recharge. So don't think you're going to wear it, take a break for an hour. It's going to need about 4 hours to fully recharge once you take it all the way down. All right, don't want anyone to forget about that. Also, the base layer could be removed and hand washed. So if this thing gets a little stinky, you can remove the base layer, clean everything else up, and you can hand wash that base layer. And here's the thing, if you race somewhere that has FIM requirements, it meets those requirements, so you're good to go with this particular model. And this is a Category 2 PPE, important. And really finally, it's really becoming the norm. Now here's the problem. Everyone is out of stock with these things. No matter where I check in the United States, everyone is out of stock. So right now, I can't, I went and got gas. I put about 11 miles on today on 95, hit 100 and some miles an hour just to see how it felt and how comfortable I was. Have a little bit of, not on this side, but on this side where it hurts, I have a little bit of some strength issues where I'm not used to being in this riding position. So I had a couple issues with this arm, of course, because this is the one that was injured. But I really want to get out there again. I mean, it is kind of hot in Florida, but no matter where I check, everyone is out of stock. All the onlines are out of stock. When you go to Alpine Stars themselves, they're out of stock. Now they're going to set you back about $1,000 plus tax. You might be able to get a slightly better deal here or there or anywhere. I'm willing to invest that kind of money, but right now I'm waiting. I'm waiting on Alpine Stars to start putting some of these back into stock so I can get my hands on one. I can buy one, and then once I have it and I use it, of course, I'll give a much better detailed view on it. But to be quite honest with you, other than today, and to be honest with you, I was a little nervous going out for the first time, not riding a bike for 2.5 months, and knowing that I'm not fully healed and I don't want to wreck or have somebody hit me and then just be completely reset with where I was and lose all this momentum I have with healing. But anyway, so that's it. I'm back in the saddle, but before I go out for regular riding, I am going to need that Alpine Stars Tech Air 7X in my possession. For me, I'm going to need an XL. I'm right on the end in beginning. I'm right in between both, but all my numbers are pretty much right at the beginning of the XL. So I'm going to be wearing an XL. I have a feeling the XL is going to be the most popular size in the United States. Anyway, this is Rainbow. Please like, please subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm back. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye.